Romania, land of Dacians and Romans, is home to some of the most breathtaking and historically rich castles and fortresses in Europe. From legends of Vlad the Impaler to the enchanting vistas of Carpathian mountains, these architectural gems offer a glimpse into Romania's complex past. So stay with us few minutes as we explore 15 amazing Romanian castles. Făgăraș Castle. This castle was once considered one of the strongest fortresses in Transylvania, surviving countless sieges and even serving as a feared political prison. Located in the town of Făgăraș, in central Romania, this imposing fortress was originally built in 1310 on the site of an older wooden fort to defend against Tatar and Ottoman invasions. Over the centuries, it was expanded and reinforced, transforming into a massive stone stronghold with an impressive moat that remains filled with water to this day. By the 17th century, Făgăraș Castle had become a luxurious princely residence under the rule of Gabriel Bethlen, Prince of Transylvania, who turned it into a Renaissance-style palace. However, its history is not just one of grandeur, it also has a dark side. During the 20th century, the castle was repurposed as a brutal communist prison where political dissidents were held and tortured under the totalitarian regime. Today, you can explore its well-preserved halls, admire the medieval architecture, and learn about both its noble and tragic past at the museum inside. Bran Castle. Did you know that Bran Castle, often referred to as Dracula's Castle, is one of Romania's most visited landmarks, steeped in legend and history? Situated on a rocky hill in the Carpathian Mountains near the town of Bran, this imposing fortress was built in 1377 to guard the strategic mountain pass between Transylvania and Wallachia. Although commonly associated with Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, there is little evidence he ever resided there. Nonetheless, its eerie architecture and mysterious history make it a fitting backdrop for vampire lore. Bran Castle served a vital defensive role during medieval times, protecting the region from Ottoman invasions. Later, it became a royal residence, most notably used by Queen Marie of Romania in the early 20th century. Queen Marie transformed the castle into a charming summer retreat, adding personal touches that are still visible today, such as her art collection and furniture. Following Second World War, the castle was seized by the communist regime but was eventually returned to the descendants of the Romanian royal family in the 21st century. You can explore its maze-like corridors, secret staircases, and Gothic-style rooms filled with period furnishings and artifacts. Highlights include the Queen's bedroom, the weapons room, and the torture chamber, which evoke the castle's medieval past. The castle's position atop a hill offers spectacular views of the surrounding forests and the nearby village of Bran. Each year, the castle hosts Halloween events, attracting thrill-seekers and fans of Gothic tales from around the world. Whether drawn by its legends or its historical charm, Bran Castle provides an unforgettable journey into Romania's fascinating past. Corvin Castle, also known as Hunyadi Castle, is often regarded as one of the seven wonders of Romania. Nestled in Hunedoara, Transylvania, this Gothic Renaissance fortress is a masterpiece of medieval architecture and one of the largest castles in Europe. Built in the 15th century by John Hunyadi, a prominent military leader and regent of Hungary, the castle was strategically positioned on a rocky hilltop, surrounded by the Zlasti River, to act as both a defensive stronghold and a symbol of the Hunyadi family's power and influence. The castle's rich history is steeped in intrigue and drama. It is rumored that Vlad the Impaler, the real-life inspiration for Dracula, was imprisoned here for 7 years. Legends of hidden passages, ghostly sightings, and medieval court life only add to its allure. Architecturally, Corvin Castle is a stunning mix of Gothic and Renaissance styles, featuring soaring towers, a drawbridge, and intricate stone carvings. The Knights' Hall, the Council Hall, and the chapel are among its most notable interior spaces, showcasing stunning vaulted ceilings and medieval decor. Today, Corvin Castle is a major tourist destination and cultural hub. You can explore its dramatic halls, visit the torture chamber, and climb its towers for sweeping views of the Transylvanian landscape. It is also a popular venue for medieval festivals, film productions, and art exhibitions. A visit to Corvin Castle is like stepping back into a world of knights, kings, and legends. Peles Castle. This was one of the first European castles to have electricity and central heating. The castle is located in the Carpathian Mountains near Sinaia in Romania. Built between 1873 and 1914, this neo-Renaissance masterpiece served as a summer residence for King Carol I of Romania, who personally oversaw its design and construction. The castle's innovative features, along with its breathtaking architecture, make it a standout among Europe's royal residences. Peles Castle was designed to reflect the king's modern and cosmopolitan vision for Romania, blending German Renaissance, Baroque, and Gothic revival styles. Its opulent interiors boast over 160 rooms, each uniquely decorated with fine wood carvings, stained glass, and murals. Highlights include the Hall of Honor, with its intricate wood paneling and grand staircase, the Royal Library, featuring secret passages, and the Weapons Room, which displays an impressive collection of medieval arms and armor. Beyond its architectural beauty, the castle played an important role in Romanian history. It was here in 1921 that the future King Michael I of Romania was born, and significant state events were hosted within its grand halls. During the communist era, Peles was briefly confiscated and repurposed but was eventually restored to its original grandeur. Today, Peles Castle is a museum, attracting visitors with its luxurious design, historical significance, and stunning setting amid the dense forests and majestic peaks of the Bucegi Mountains. Pelișor Castle. This castle was built as a royal gift and played a key role in shaping modern Romania's monarchy. Nestled in the Carpathian Mountains in Sinaia in Romania, this enchanting Art Nouveau-style castle was constructed between 1899 and 1902 by order of King Carol I for his nephew and heir Ferdinand and his wife Queen Marie. Designed by Czech architect Karel Lyman, Pelișor is much smaller than its grander neighbor, Peles Castle, but its interior is where its true charm lies. Unlike traditional Romanian castles, Pelișor reflects Queen Marie's artistic vision, blending Romanian, Celtic, and Byzantine influences. Its most famous room, the Golden Bedroom, is entirely covered in gold leaf and features furniture designed by the Queen herself. The castle also witnessed a significant moment in Romanian history. Queen Marie, a key figure in Romania's unification, spent her final years here, and her heart was kept in a golden casket inside the castle's chapel. Today, you can explore Pelișor's lavish rooms, admire its unique Jugendstil decor, and learn about the life of one of Romania's most influential queens. Situated in the picturesque Prahova Valley, the castle is part of the larger Peles estate, with breathtaking views, historical insight, and a step back into Romania's royal past. Citadel of Brasov on Straja Hill. The Citadel of Brasov on Straja Hill was once a crucial part of the city's extensive defensive system, offering an impenetrable stronghold against invaders. Located on a strategic hill overlooking the medieval city of Brasov, this 16th-century fortress was originally built as a wooden structure in 1524 before being reinforced with stone walls and bastions in the following decades. Due to its elevated position, the citadel played a key role in protecting Brasov from Ottoman and Tatar attacks, serving as both a military garrison and a refuge for locals during times of siege. Over the centuries, it was expanded and modernized, eventually featuring a square layout with 4 corner bastions, thick walls, and a deep moat. In later years, however, the citadel lost its military importance and was repurposed for various uses, including as a prison during the Habsburg era and even as a quarantine station during the plague outbreaks of the 18th century. Today, while it is not as famous as other Transylvanian fortresses, the Citadel of Brasov remains an intriguing historical landmark. You can admire its well-preserved architecture, enjoy panoramic views of Brasov's old town, and explore its connection to the city's medieval past. Standing as a silent guardian over Brasov, this fortress is a hidden gem. Slimnic Fortress. Despite being in ruins today, Slimnic Fortress was once a key defensive stronghold protecting Transylvanian Saxons from repeated invasions. Perched on a hill overlooking the Tarnava River Valley, near Sibiu, this 13th century fortress was built by the Saxons to defend their settlements from Mongol and Ottoman attacks. Unlike many other castles in Romania, Slimnic Fortress was never fully completed, yet it played a significant role in Transylvania's turbulent history. In 1529, during the conflicts between the Habsburgs and the Ottoman-backed John Zapolia, the fortress was attacked and severely damaged. It was later rebuilt and reinforced but suffered further destruction in 1706, during the wars between the Austrian Empire and the Hungarian Kurik rebels. Despite these repeated assaults, parts of its massive red brick walls, gate towers, and defensive bastions still stand, offering visitors a glimpse into its medieval past. Today, the fortress remains a hidden historical treasure, often overlooked by tourists. You can explore its ruins, climb its old walls for breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside, and experience the eerie yet fascinating atmosphere of this once powerful citadel. Cantacuzino Castle. The Cantacuzino Castle was once the luxurious retreat of one of Romania's most influential aristocratic families. Located in Bușteni, at the foot of the Bucegi Mountains, this Neo-Romanian architectural masterpiece was built in 1911 by Prince Gheorghe Grigore Cantacuzino, a former Prime Minister of Romania and a descendant of the noble Cantacuzino family, one of the wealthiest dynasties in the country's history. Unlike the medieval fortresses of Romania, this castle was designed as a symbol of prestige rather than a military stronghold. It features elegant stone facades, stunning stained glass windows, Carrara marble fireplaces, and intricate wooden ceilings, showcasing the finest craftsmanship of the early 20th century. The castle also has a deep historical and political significance, as it was confiscated by the communist regime in 1948 and used as a sanatorium before finally being restored and opened to the public. Today, you can explore its beautifully preserved rooms, admire its unique collection of coats of arms belonging to noble families, and walk through its expansive park with fountains, waterfalls, and breathtaking views of the Bucegi Mountains. Rupea Fortress. This is one of the oldest archaeological sites in Romania, with evidence of human settlement dating back over 5,000 years. Located on a volcanic hill overlooking the town of Rupea in Brasov County, this imposing fortress was first built by the Dacians in the 2nd century BC as a strategic defensive point. Later, during medieval times, it was expanded by Saxons and became a key stronghold in Transylvania's network of fortifications. The fortress played a crucial role during the Mongol invasions of the 13th century and later served as a refuge for locals during Ottoman attacks. Uniquely structured in 3 tiers, Rupea Fortress provided protection for entire communities, including living quarters, storage rooms, and even a chapel. By the 18th century, however, it was abandoned and fell into ruin, until extensive restoration efforts in the 2010s brought it back to life. Today, you can explore its well-preserved towers, climb the fortress walls for spectacular panoramic views of the surrounding countryside, and learn about its fascinating past through interactive exhibits. Râșnov Fortress. Perched atop a rocky hill in the Carpathian Mountains, overlooking the town of Râșnov in Brasov County, this fortress was never fully conquered in its nearly 700-year history. It was built in the early 13th century by the Teutonic Knights as part of a defense system against Mongol and Ottoman invasions. Unlike other castles that housed nobility, Râșnov Fortress was designed as a refuge for local villagers, featuring a self-sufficient medieval town within its thick walls. The fortress was famously besieged multiple times, but it only fell once, in 1612, when an invading army discovered and blocked its secret water source. To prevent future defeats, the villagers spent 17 years digging a 146-meter deep well into solid rock, a remarkable feat of engineering that remains one of the fortress's most intriguing sights today. You can explore its well-preserved stone walls, old houses, watchtowers, and even eerie legends tied to the mysterious well. Offering breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding mountains, Râșnov Fortress is a must-visit. Neamt Citadel. Did you know that Neamt Citadel was one of the most resilient fortresses in Romanian history, successfully withstanding multiple Ottoman sieges? Built in the 14th century by Petru I Mușat, this impressive stronghold sits atop a steep hill near Târgu Neamț, offering a commanding view of the surrounding region. The citadel gained its legendary status under Stephen the Great in the 15th century, when he reinforced its walls and transformed it into an almost impenetrable fortress. One of its most famous moments occurred in 1476, when it withstood a siege by the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II, the same ruler who conquered Constantinople. Thanks to its massive stone walls, deep defensive ditches, and a retractable bridge, Neamt Citadel remained unconquered for centuries. However, in 1718, at the orders of the ruling Prince Mihai Rakovita, it was deliberately dismantled to prevent it from being used by enemies. Despite this, the fortress has been partially restored and now stands as a powerful symbol of Romanian medieval military strength. You can walk across its famous suspension bridge, explore its ancient chambers, and experience the legendary Mother's Trial Room, where medieval justice was once served. With its breathtaking views and rich history, Neamt Citadel remains one of Romania's most fascinating medieval fortresses. Suceava Fortress. The Suceava Fortress was once the most important medieval stronghold in the historical regions of Bukovina and Moldavia in northeastern Romania, withstanding multiple sieges, including some by the powerful Ottoman Empire. Built in the late 14th century by Petru I Mușat, this fortress became the main defensive stronghold and princely residence of the rulers of Moldavia. It reached its peak under Stephen the Great in the 15th century, when he reinforced its walls and successfully defended it against the Ottomans in 1476. The fortress was designed with an innovative system of double walls, deep moats, and strategically placed towers, making it nearly impenetrable. However, in 1675, the retreating forces of Prince Dumitrașcu Cantacuzino, under Ottoman pressure, deliberately destroyed it, leaving it in ruins for centuries. Extensive restoration efforts have now revived Suceava Fortress, transforming it into a fascinating historical site. Today, you can walk through its reconstructed towers, medieval halls, and exhibition spaces, which showcase history of the region, weaponry, and daily life in the Middle Ages. Poenari Castle. The Poenari Castle is one of the most authentic historical sites linked to Vlad the Impaler, the real-life inspiration for Dracula. Unlike the more famous Bran Castle, which is only loosely associated with him, Poenari was actually one of Vlad's main fortresses. Perched high on a steep cliff in the Carpathian Mountains, overlooking the Argeș River, this fortress was originally built in the 13th century by the Wallachian rulers, but was later reinforced by Vlad the Impaler in the 15th century to serve as a key stronghold against Ottoman invasions. Legend has it that Vlad forced noblemen who had betrayed him to work on rebuilding the fortress until they collapsed from exhaustion. Despite its strategic position and nearly impenetrable walls, Poenari Castle was abandoned after an earthquake in the 17th century left it partially in ruins. Today, reaching the castle requires climbing 1,480 stone steps, but those who make the trek are rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views and a chilling sense of history. You can explore the castle ruins, see the remains of its once mighty towers, and even hear legends of Vlad's rule. Deva Fortress. Perched atop a volcanic hill, Deva Fortress has dominated the skyline of western Romania for over 750 years. Located in Hunedoara County, this medieval stronghold was built in the 13th century as a key defensive bastion against Mongol and Ottoman invasions. Its strategic position on Citadel Hill gave it an unbeatable vantage point over the Mureș Valley, making it one of Transylvania's most formidable fortresses. Throughout history, Deva Fortress witnessed major conflicts, including battles between Hungarian noble families and Habsburg forces in the 17th century. In 1849, during the Hungarian Revolution, a tragic explosion at the fortress's gunpowder depot caused severe damage, leaving the citadel in ruins. Despite this, the fortress remains a significant historical landmark, and restoration efforts have allowed you to explore its well-preserved walls, towers, and underground tunnels. A modern funicular railway now carries visitors up the steep hill, offering breathtaking views of the surrounding region. Today, Deva Fortress stands as a silent guardian of Romania's medieval past. Coltesti Castle. Unlike Romania's more famous castles, Coltesti remains an untouched medieval relic. This castle was built as a noble family's fortress rather than a royal palace. Nestled in the Trasca Mountains near the village of Coltesti, in Alba County, Romania, this medieval castle dates back to 1296 and was constructed by the powerful Tăraș family to protect their lands from Tatar and Ottoman invasions. Unlike grand palaces, Coltesti Castle was primarily a defensive stronghold, featuring thick stone walls, tall watchtowers, and a commanding position over the valley below. Its strategic location made it a crucial military asset, but it was ultimately destroyed in 1713 by Austrian troops after the Tăraș family rebelled against the Habsburg Empire. Today, the castle stands in romantic ruins, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the Râmea Valley. You can hike up to the ruins, explore the remnants of its ancient towers, and immerse yourself in the mystical atmosphere of this hidden Transylvanian gem. So here we come to the end of this magical journey. Don't forget to share which castle is your favorite. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more incredible journeys for you to explore. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on our next adventure. Happy travels!